up, I want to bring in with retired Lieutenant Colonel Alan West, of course, a former congressman as well. And it's from that vantage point, if you don't mind indulging me on this healthcare stuff, I want to pick your brain a little bit. Alan, very good to have you. It's always this balance, right? Satisfying the conservative members without taking off the moderate members and vice versa. Do you think that if they can cobble together a health care deal, that does speed up the time frame for a tax deal?
Well, good to be with you,
Same
Neil,
here.
and I think that's a very important part of it. But I would also ask, why did they take a 2-week vacation when we have these pressing matters that are there? The American people and, of course, the markets are looking for economic relief. And the most important thing about health care reform has to be the repealing of those 20 new taxes of Obamacare, but also making sure that Americans don't see a rise in their insurance premiums, which right now the actuaries are out there working on those rates for the coming year of 2018.
Do you find that some Republicans are frustrated, though, that it has to be this way, that the health care thing has to be first? I certainly understand the math behind it, Congressman, that you need that, $1 trillion over 10 years as a new revenue base, which to start makes tax reform that much easier. But they're still significantly apart on these issues. Maybe they resolve them, but had they gone in on tax cuts, there was much more broad agreement. Woulda, shoulda, coulda. I know that's a moot point, but what do you think of that? And that if this fails, this attempt at cobbling together health care fails, then it's similarly going to doom tax cuts.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And I think that back in November, December, after the election results, you should have had what we call in the military a tiger team that sits down and looks at healthcare reform and tax reform, looks at the right type of parliamentary procedures that have to happen. Because American people don't understand what budget reconciliation is. They just want to see these things done. So that when you had the new Congress that was sworn in these first 100 days, they should have been able to get right at this. But let's also be understanding that it took the Democrats some 18 to 19 months to push through the Affordable Care Act, Obamacare. And so I think if the Republicans are trying to push through something that is not well thought through within a month or two, I mean, it could have some severe consequences and ramifications, especially if the new actuarial prices come out next September of 2018 and the American people don't see a decrease in those insurance premiums. All
right, Colonel, thank you very much. I apologize for this breaking news development, but I thought I'd pick your brain about it. Who knows Congress better? So thank you, sir. In the meantime, I do want to let you know we're getting a little bit more from the Wall Street Journal on